Last time, we learned a silly little song about a long-legged sailor, and we had a body percussion challenge pattern that we were doing with it. So let's do that again, and I'll remind you how it goes, so you can just keep the beat with me. And we had a very simple pattern to keep the beat. It went snap, pat, snap, pat. Try that with me and keep it going while I sing the song to remind you how it goes from last time. Are you ready? Start with snap. Here we go. Have you ever in your long-legged life seen a long-legged sailor with his long-legged wife? No, I've never ever in my long-legged life seen a long-legged sailor with his long-legged wife. Remember that? Okay, but we made our pattern a little more complicated. Do you remember what we put in the middle between the snaps and the pats? That's right, we added a clap. So now our pattern goes snap, clap, pat, clap. Snap, clap, pat, clap. Try that with me. Snap, clap, pat, clap. Snap, clap, pat, clap. Snap, clap, pat, clap. And if you get off a little bit, you can get back on if you remember that on the word long in the song, we always put our arms out long for our snap. Try that with me, and this time you can sing along if you remember how the song goes. Start with the snap, then go to clap and pat while we sing. Here we go. Have you ever in your long-legged life seen a long-legged sailor with his long-legged wife? No, I've never ever in my long-legged life seen a long-legged sailor with his long-legged wife. How do you do? Were you able to get the pattern all correct? If you need to, try one more time. You can back the video up and try one more time. But if you're ready, we had one other thing that we changed. Do you remember what that was at the very beginning and the very end of the song? We took the first snap and we changed it into a stomp because it happens on the word ever. And that's not the word long, so we don't want to do our snap for that one. We're going to change it to a stomp. And then on the very last word, we also changed it to a stomp. Long-legged wife, like that. Try it with me. We'll go kind of slow and let's see if we can try our whole pattern while singing along, start and end with stomp. And then the rest is all the same as before. Ready? Have you ever in your long-legged life seen a long-legged sailor with his long-legged wife? No, I've never ever in my long-legged life seen a long-legged sailor with his long-legged wife. Did you get it? Let's try one more time and let's speed it up just a tiny bit to get into more of a groove with it. Try your best, watch me carefully and sing along, start and end with stomp. Have you ever in your long-legged life seen a long-legged sailor with his long-legged wife? No, I've never ever in my long-legged life seen a long-legged sailor with his long-legged wife. I hope you've got it. Okay, to see if you've really got it, let's see if you can do it by yourself. I'm not going to sing, I'm just going to do the actions, and it's your job to sing out loud the whole song. Let's see if you know how to do the whole pattern and song now. Are you ready? Have you No, I've never. If you've got it down and you were able to do it by yourself, we're ready to try an extra little challenge with our pattern here. Now we have 4 different sounds that we've been using: stomp, clap, snap, and pat. Let's pick one of those sounds that we've been using. How about our snaps? Since that's an easy one to remember, it's always on the word long. Now, we're going to sing the song again and do our body percussion, but this time, every time we do a snap, don't sing that word out loud. Oh, That's going to be tricky, isn't it? You'll have to sing it inside your head, but don't sing it out loud. I'll give you an example. It'll sound a little bit like this. Have you ever, ever, ever in your legged life seen a legged sailor with his legged wife? Do you hear how I didn't sing all the words on the snaps out loud? I did think them in my head to keep the song going, but I didn't sing it out loud. You try it with me. We'll slow it down a little bit, but see if you can do the song and the percussion, but if we are on a snap, don't sing that word out loud. Are you ready? Here we go. Have you ever, ever, ever in your legged life seen a legged sailor with his legged wife? No, I've never, ever, ever in my legged life seen a legged sailor with his legged wife. Oops, stomp at the end. That's kind of silly if you leave some of the words out. Doesn't quite make sense anymore, but let's try a different one. Okay, that was the snaps. Let's try taking out the words on the stomps this time. That should be pretty easy because that's just the first one and the last one only. Let's see if we can sing all the words except the words on the stomps. Good luck. Have you ever, ever in your long-legged life seen a long-legged sailor with his long-legged... Did you get it? Let's do the rest. No, I've ever, ever in my long-legged life seen a long-legged sailor with his long-legged... Okay, that one shouldn't have been too hard. What have we got left? How about all the words on the pats? This time, if it's a pat with a word, don't sing that word out loud, but let's sing all the rest. Good luck. Have you ever, ever in your long-legged seen a long-legged with his long-legged wife? That's kind of silly. Let's keep going. No, I've never, ever in my long-legged seen a long-legged with his long-legged wife. This is getting very silly in the song. Okay, are you ready for the hardest one of all? We've only got claps left, so let's try our best to leave out all the words that happen on a clap. This is the most of any one of these patterns, so we're going to be missing almost every other word. Are you ready? Don't sing on the claps this time. Have you ever, ever, long life, long sailor, long wife? Okay, here's the rest. Try it with me. No, I've never, ever, long life, long sailor, long wife. All right, thanks for trying our challenge with me today with Long-Legged Sailor. I hope you were able to do it. Maybe try it on your own if you want to practice a little more. See if you can remember how to do it without my help.